My name is Ethan Flory, and today I'll be talking about service dogs. I've got two people sitting here listening and one on the phone, and then, of course, one person recording this. A dog is a man's best friend. A great speaker stated, "The one absolutely unselfish friend that a man can have in this selfish world. The one that never deserts him, the one that can never prove ungrateful or treacherous is his dog. A man's dog stands by him in prosperity and in poverty, in health and in sickness." First, I will explain and discuss what a service dog does and different types of service dogs. Second, I will discuss the characteristics of a service dog and the difference between a service dog and a therapy dog. Finally, I will discuss the cost and length of the training required to help produce the best service dog. Our high school has partnered with Bella's Buddies in order to help train and work with these service dogs. I've seen firsthand how they have worked with students who have seizures, diabetes, and grief due to trauma. I have even attended classes in order to be able to help assist with training of these animals. In March 15, 2011, the American Disabilities Act passed requirements to service animals, making dogs the main recognized service animal. Service dogs are very important to people with disabilities because they can help the individual complete everyday tasks. Disability is defined by the ADA that a physical or mental impairment and substantially limits one or more major life activities, including people with a history of such an impairment and people perceived by others as having such an impairment. Service dogs can complete tasks such as retrieving objects, provide guidance for those who cannot see, alert caregiver, provide comfort for those exhibiting PTSD, provide assistance with diabetes and seizures. Service dogs can also call 911. Often people with disabilities are not able to leave the house alone or without assistance. This can be provided by the assistance of a service dog. Now let's look at the different types of service dogs. Guide dogs. They provide guidance for the blind or deaf. Mobility assistance dogs. These dogs provide stability and guidance when walking and moving from place to place. Seizure alert dogs alert caregivers to seizure activity. Diabetic alert dogs alert caregivers and individuals about high or lows in blood glucose levels. Psychiatric dogs provide stimulation when needed, also provide PTSD help. Autism alert dogs provide assistance with outbreaks, stimulation, and everyday activities. Allergy alert dogs can smell allergies ahead of time and alert the individual. Now let's take a look at some characteristics of a service dog. Keep in mind, service dogs are not pets. In 2012, Johnson wrote, "Keep the word pet out of there. They are an extension of the person with a disability." A service dog is not just a pet with a jacket on or a vest. These dogs are carefully selected from high-quality breeders, usually with an added interest in breeding dogs for the intent of serving others. Besides being super intelligent, they must have the following characteristics. They must have the willingness to be around people, physical ability, they have to be energetic, not vocal around strangers, calm and non-aggressive, able to not be distracted by loud noises. There might be some confusion in regards to a therapy dog versus a service dog. The difference is a service dog are working dogs, specifically trained to assist one person. Therapy dogs go with their owners into different settings such as schools, nursing homes, and hospitals. The dogs will work with students who are struggling in reading, visit the elderly in a nursing home, visit students who have had a traumatic experience, and or try to increase the lives of people in their environment. People are actually encouraged to play with these animals as part of the therapy. The therapy is from the actual loving and interaction that the therapy dogs have with individuals. They do not necessarily complete a task for you. Now that we have learned some characteristics of a service dog, the training will begin. One of these animals have been chosen and weeded out. The next step of the training will be specific dog training for the individual who will be possibly receiving the dog. Most training for dogs that will be in public can take up to 18 to 24 months. Training and socialization start as early as 8 to 10 weeks. The training can include, but is not limited to, pulling a wheelchair, calling 911, bringing objects to a person, guiding a blind person, hearing for a deaf person, alerting to seizure activity, and low/high blood glucose levels for diabetes. The cost of training is usually around $150 to $250 per hour, as stated by the National Association of Service Dog Registry. From the National Association of Service Dog Registry, cost for an average service dog is as follows. The cost is around $15,000 to $30,000, with an upwards of some service animals, such as guide dogs, for the blind being around $50,000, and the average training cost per year spent on animals is $500 to $2,000. This is for annual veterinary trips, additional training, and costs for animal certifications. Today, I have discussed a service dog and the different types. Secondly, I have discussed the characteristics of a service dog and the difference between a service dog and a therapy dog. Finally, I discussed the cost and length of training required. Service dogs are vital to people with disabilities because they can help the individual complete tasks. It is also important in today's society to be able to work, function, and live as best a person can. Sometimes an individual may need help. Service dogs can provide that support and whatever means needed in order for the individual to be able to live the best life possible. Plus, they will also have a lifelong friend. Thank you. Oh, also, I forgot to state this. These are actually some of the dogs that have come through here in the school that I go to, and I have actually been able to work with most of these for a good amount of time. And I'm pretty sure all of them have gone to somebody that needs them.